Hello world. Let's start the conversation about passion. Passion is something that we all have and that we all embody. Passion is something that speaks within us and it shows our dedication to the world. And if we put enough, passion into what we're doing, then ultimately it will carry us through heights that we've never even known that were possible for ourselves. I want to break down passion because a lot of people get down on passion because they take these jobs and they put themselves in situations where they're technically working out someone else's passion, and they do it so mundanely they don't even think about what they would want out of this world and what they like and what inspires them. I want to get into the conversation by starting with what inspires you, what brings you joy, what makes you get up in the morning, what makes you go to work, what makes you come home and still want to do more. There has to be something within you that inspires you to keep going. I like to speak to people. I love communicating with people. I like talking to them. I like hearing their stories. That's one of the reasons why I started the Conversationalist channel, because I love having conversations with people. In the beginning, I knew that I was going to be doing something with people. I didn't know how I was going to do it or what avenue I was going to take, but I knew that I felt passionate when I was talking to people, when I was hearing their stories, when they were communicating with me, when I was giving them encouragement. And that is something that I knew that I had to incorporate into my life in some kind of way, but who knew that it would just be just wanting to have conversations with people randomly and talking about what inspires them and giving them encouragement when they would be able to receive it. It was tough because I built up this mentality that I didn't like people, and who says that out loud, like they don't like people, and really believe it. Like in the beginning, I really believed I didn't like people, which is not true at all. I actually love people and I love interacting with people. I just had to learn how to channel the energy that I was receiving and make sure that what I was receiving is what I wanted in my spirit. I've turned that into my passion because I knew that even when I was going to these 9-to-5s, when I was doing all the work that I was doing, when I wasn't completely happy, it always brought me joy when I was able to sit down and have a conversation with someone and talk to them passionately about it. And it would be hours and hours and hours that would go by and I would still be ready for more. I just wanted to talk to them. I wanted to learn more about their story and who they were as a person. That is how I knew that my passion was larger than me and that I could use that passion to actually inspire people to continue to pursue their passion. It's not easy following your passion, because there will be experiences and there will be trials. There will be times where you want to give up. There will be times where you don't want to continue. But the thing about the passion is, it's like a fire that burns within you. Even if you feel like you don't want to do it, and if you feel like you don't want to go on, there's always something that's always lit within you that continues to burn, and that you just do it. And then once it's done, you're like, wow, I just spent all this time giving more than I even thought that I had within myself. And that is where your passion lies. It's inside of you. It's something that's innate. It's something that God has given you that no one can do better than you, that is specifically special to you, that ultimately will bring you to the highest of heights you can even see imaginable for yourself. I think Oprah said it once. She was like, God can dream a bigger plan than you could ever come up with in your imagination. And that is where that fire starts. It starts within you, and it starts as your passion, and it just continues to burn. It's something that never goes out. Even if you're bogged down in the day-to-day, you're still thinking about that passion. You're thinking about what you can do and how you can manifest that into your life. I would encourage you to really sit down with yourself and get deep within your emotions and think about that thing that brings you joy. I look at comedians a lot. A lot of times comedians are funny even when they aren't trying to be. It's because that's their passion. They want to see people laugh. They want to see people enjoy themselves. They want to see that energy coming from within that they can ultimately use to continue to inspire someone else. Life is about passion. It's about finding that bliss. It's about finding the joy that is within you. It's about walking in faith, knowing that this fire that is within you is going to burn, and it's not going to go anywhere. It can't be extinguished. No one can put it out but you. That's the good thing about passion, and that's the great thing about coming from within, is because no one can take that away from you. You can only give that power away. And I encourage you to harness that power, to cultivate it, to let it burn and let it shine when possible, because ultimately that is what's going to attract more energy to you to expound upon that light that is already within. As I stated earlier, following your passion is following your passion. And it's literally day to day, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing who is going to come into your circle of life. It's trusting and believing within yourself that you have that fire that burns, and that someone will see that flicker and they will say, hey, I want to give some gasoline to that fire, and I want to see how far you can take it. It's trusting, to be honest, because it's not always going to be red roses. It's not going to always be, fun, but it's going to carry you through, because that is what God is giving you. That power, that passion that is within you. If you're having trouble with trying to discern what your passion is, think about it. And whenever you're doing whatever you're doing, recognize the energy that comes with whatever you're trying to accomplish. At any point, you can always stop within whatever you're doing day to day and think about, what do I always go back to? What do I always use to make me happy? What do I always think about that just brings a unconventional smile to my face? And how can I use that to grow and make more, and to attract more people into my life to help me cultivate this passion that I have? It's thinking about those things. It's putting those things into action. It's walking into your purpose and trusting that it will carry you. I knew that communicating with people was my passion when, against all odds, everything was taken away from me. And I still found it within me to encourage others and to speak to them and to listen to their story and to want to know more about them, even though my world literally was falling apart all around me. I still felt as though I had something to give. I had something to share, even if it was just listening to someone. That's how I knew that my passion was people. And it's always going to be that, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's music, art, fashion, culture, lifestyle, humanity, the Conversationalist, Foundation 8427, it's always centered around people and giving them their power back to them, or just showing them who I am by showing them who they are, and allowing them to see who they are by showing them who I am. That is where my passion lies. It's in building up people. It's in letting them soar. And if I can help someone else, if my world is falling apart, that still brings me a sense of joy. And that's how I know that that's my passion. It could be anything in the world. Like, it doesn't have to be people. It doesn't have to be comedy. It doesn't have to be, cycling. It doesn't have to be, working at a magazine. It doesn't have to be corporate America. It doesn't have to be anything. It can be whatever is special to you. Some people's passion is singing, and I know that somebody's passion is singing when I can feel their energy when they open their mouth. And I know that people are meant to be pastors when I know when they're speaking life, I feel uplifted. I know these things and I can feel it, and you also can feel it whenever your passion is at its highest and within its most pure form. That's how you know that that's your passion. And it just brings you unspeakable joy. And it's a feeling that encompasses you all over. You don't have to try at it. You don't have to muster up the courage to kind of go out there and do it. It just innately happens within you. And God will put you in situations where your passion is exemplified on a level past what you can even think of in your life. Pay attention to what inspires you. Because in essence, this is your spirit speaking to you. Because if you break inspiration down, it's in spirit. So when you're in spirit and you're inspiring someone else, that is where your passion lies. So I encourage you to continue to dig deep, continue to follow through with what your goals are. And no matter what comes your way, no matter who tries to stop you, no matter if anyone says you can't do anything, you have the power to know that within yourself you can accomplish anything that you wish, and that your life is worth living out loud. As always, my friends, stay inspired, keep moving forward, and keep that passion burning within you, because someone needs it. Someone out there needs that passion that you have, and they need to see you living in your bliss so that they may have enough courage to live theirs.